米スポーツビジネス専門サイトスポルティコが今季大谷選手がスポンサー収入などで1億2500万ドルを手にすると発表。このニュースに対し、米ポッドキャスト番組ファウルテリトリーが早速リアクション。さらに番組では MLB チームの資産価値トップ5についても取り上げられました。その模様を日本語字幕付きでご紹介しますので、ぜひ最後までご覧ください。
We are displaying the top earners in baseball with endorsements included into the fold. This chart is wild, and it should tell the story of how globally sought after Shohei Ohtani is. He is a global phenomenon. Okay, I'm going to make it nice and simple here. AJ, the darker color, if that's a green, whatever it is, shows the salary meter, and the lighter color, the green, shows the endorsement money. Shohei Ohtani is projected to earn $125 million in 2026 from sponsor and memorabilia deals. $125 million. He is making by far more than any other major leaguer. And second on the list is pretty interesting. Cody Bellinger on there. Almost everyone else on here is majority the darker color because it's coming from player salary. You see Soto, Judge, and Harper are getting some good change. The rest of them, it's what, probably 90% plus, maybe even more than that, coming from their actual contracts. So when you see this list and you see this chart, what do you think?
Yeah, Shohei is the greatest thing baseball has going for it right now. Need to take absolute advantage of it every chance they get, and they're trying to do that. I mean, we all know this. This is why the Shohei contract for the Dodgers was an absolute no-brainer, and every other team should have tried to get him, because not only does he bring in his own money, he brings in money to the organization. He brings fans and stands. He brings Japanese eyes and televisions into it. So this just shows what we all knew, which is Shohei Ohtani is a unicorn in this game, and we were fortunate to be able to see him in his prime.
What a number. $125 million. What a number. I mean, it is something that, like AJ said, Major League Baseball needs to not take advantage of this, but make sure that this doesn't pass them by. The Dodgers clearly haven't. The Dodgers, I mean, people are going to complain, well, there's just another reason. The Dodgers, if he's making $125 million, what are the Dodgers making off of him? That's the real question. Because the Dodgers aren't sitting there going, oh, great, Shohei, you're fine. Make your 125. No, they're getting TV sponsorships. They're getting sponsorships. The whole league is getting money because their games on the road, Japanese teams want to telecast those games. Well, the Dodgers don't have access to that, so there's more money. When you have a superstar, generational, will go down as the best player of all time because of the fact that he can pitch and hit, Major League Baseball is also profiting off of this.
Hey, last year they had Ohtani at around $100 million from endorsement deals. And they said here in, what is this, Sportico? Yes, Sportico. 3 athletes have ever done that before. Do you guys know who they are? Did you read the notes that we put in? Or do you want to play the game?
Steph Curry.
That's one.
I mean, LeBron
talked about this.
They don't have LeBron on here.
LeBron didn't get over 100. No, he didn't get over 100 million.
I mean, I feel like one of the soccer players, either Messi or Ronaldo, would be one of them.
They're not on here either. Other sports.
I thought Ronaldo was, but no.
You guys are in the right realm. Other sports, but not the 2 that you just mentioned. Yes, we got Curry. That's the NBA. The other 2 are international icons in their respective country club sports.
Oh, Tiger would be like a Tiger Woods or something like that. It'd have to be a Tiger Woods.
Roger Federer, because he had his own Federer line. Yeah.
Yeah, Federer and Woods. That's what they have at least in here. And Tiger is from a while ago. They said his 2009 endorsement earnings of $105 million was the prior record. That's a long time ago.
He was the best.
He was a pretty big deal back then.
He was the best.
Yeah. For Bellinger, by the way, just as far as how much money you're making between your player contract and your marketing deals, he's number 2 at $57.5 million in baseball. That plays to the way the sport is shifting. It's been trying to shift this way for a while. The big market teams have been trying to tighten up the length of the deals at times because they don't want to be trapped in these large, big contracts. So that's where you saw guys like Bellinger and Bo Bichette, who's relevant today since the Phillies thought they had him in the bag, and the Mets were like, we'll give you just as much or just about as much for way less years. And then he goes to the Mets like Don Mattingly was telling us earlier. All right, one more thing. Sportico putting out the top 5 MLB team valuations, some updated numbers there. And the team that
Dodgers,
is worth
Yankees.
the most in their mind, yeah, of course, Dodgers, Yankees. But you would think it's the way you described it, but it's still the reverse. The Yankees are still rated higher on valuation, $9.4 billion. They've got the Dodgers at $9.05 billion.
Yeah. What I can't see. I can't see who. Cubs.
I'll read the rest
Giant.
for you. Well, because the podcast crowd will like this too. Red Sox, $6.65 billion. Chicago Cubs, $6.48 billion. And then there's another big drop off. There's like basically 2 tiers. You've got the Yankees, Dodgers, Red Sox, Cubs, and then you go down to the Giants, who have a valuation of $4.36 billion.
Well, show the other leagues' values. That's why the owners of baseball want a salary cap, because then their franchise values go up.
Yeah.
They multiply. They go up so fast. I mean, it's crazy when you look at other sports, and that's because they have a cap, and that's why owners want a cap, is because it makes their franchise values go up, and then they can borrow against those franchises to get into other investments that make more money. So it's crazy how that works. And people say, why are baseball teams not worth as much as other teams? That's the reason, and hence why some owners want a salary cap, a hardline cap.
Because it's a free market sport.
No. You're saying it's not because they want it to be fair? That's why they're doing AJ. The owners want to make more money off a salary cap system? Unbelievable. Breaking news. Clip that, okay? I thought it was because they all wanted it to be fair and they all wanted a chance to win a championship. No, the owners want more money.
Well, if you want it to be fair, why wouldn't you just share the money and then make the money that's shared have to be spent?
Nope.
Sounds
fair.
too easy,
make
right?
It fair. Nope, make it fair.
Be like, cool, let's give $100 million to all these teams that say they can't, and then they actually have to spend it on the team.
Oh, and they would get good players? Oh, and there'd be good players on the field. And then everybody's value would go up? Ah! Don't do it, Scott. Don't do it. Don't say the common sense things.
最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画についてどういう感想を持たれましたか？ぜひコメント欄で意見や感想をお聞かせください。チャンネル登録やグッドボタンを押していただけると励みになります。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。